Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be listening to Billy Joel, and that is a name that actually I knew existed. I am somewhat familiar with, the name at least, although I don't know if I've actually listened to Billy Joel playing. Well, I understand he's a pianist. Is. What are his dates? I don't know. One of my followers actually recently sent me a CD of Billy Joel's music, and today I'm going to be listening to Piano Man. So I have a few things to read and then we'll listen. William Martin Joel is an American singer, songwriter, and pianist. Commonly nicknamed the Piano Man after his signature 1973 song of the same name, Joel has had a successful music career as a solo artist since the 1970s. Joel is one of the world's best-selling music artists and the fourth best-selling solo artist in the United States, with over 160 million records sold worldwide. His 1985 compilation album, Greatest Hits, Volume 1 and Volume 2, is one of the best-selling albums in the United States. Joel has been nominated for 23 Grammy Awards, winning 6 of them, including Album of the Year for 52nd Street. Joel was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1992, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 1999, and the Long Island Music Hall of Fame 2006. In 2001, Joel received the Johnny Mercer Award from the Songwriters Hall of Fame. In 2013, Joel received the Kennedy Center Honors for influencing American culture through the arts. I suppose that's something each one of us musicians, artists... I mean, there's this modern influencer idea that has arisen with social media and modern technology, but actually, substantively influencing the culture of a nation or the culture of a society is something that is not the easiest to do, pretty deeply significant. So I assume that this is more one of those deep influence moments and not the modern influencer style. In 1987, he became one of the first artists to hold a rock tour in the Soviet Union, following the country's alleviation of its ban on rock music. Piano Man is sung from the point of view of a piano player at a bar, describing the patrons. Oh, that's gotta be interesting. The song is based on Joel's real-life experiences as a lounge musician in Los Angeles from 1972 to 73. In 2013, the song was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. In 2015, the Library of Congress selected Piano Man for preservation in the National Recording Registry for its cultural, historic, or artistic significance. I guess I've listened to a couple others which have been part of that registry as well. Maybe, Vlad, maybe we should make a list of which ones and start noting which ones I've listened to that are actually registered there.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I think that's a good idea. Well, more work. Okay, let's listen.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, "Son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes." La 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 li li la, la la li li la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for
Okay, I'll get through this whole piece, but it's impossible for me not to sometimes have some vague, hazy idea of maybe what I'm going to be listening to. And it's so funny when it turns out being all wrong. I wasn't surprised by the opening. Somehow I have in my mind Billy Joel, piano, kind of jazzy, bar style. Okay, so the opening fit that image. But then it started really settling into a groove, kind of getting up and moving a bit, and it's not so jazzy in the song section. Okay, there may be some jazz touches, but it's not what I pictured. It's not what I imagined. And then the harmonica. Okay, when that came in, it was perfect. It was really perfect because, again, I'm picturing this bar scene and, okay, someone sitting at the piano playing. I have seen some people play guitar and harmonica at the same time by having a little thing to hold the guitar, hold the harmonica. And I guess, let's see, which famous guitarist was it that was known for that? I've listened to one.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan. Yep, that's it. I remember now. So, I suppose the little amateur singers I've seen doing it, taking off of Bob Dylan, perhaps. Somehow this sounds to me like it's a pianist playing harmonica as well. I don't know if Billy Joel actually did that, but it puts that picture in my mind of maybe he's got a harmonica propped up there and he's playing harmonica while he's playing. And it was kind of a fun image when it came in. And then his voice. What a surprise. It sounds like it could just get up and fly. You know, sometimes they use the term get up and walk. This one sounds like it could get up and fly. There's something very light and buoyant about it. And then the way he changes his tone one verse to the next. And then, I guess it must have been a mandolin or something like that. It sounded like mandolin to me. Maybe it was guitar, I don't know. But it had that sort of mandolin sound. And just the whole sequencing of one instrument to the next, the voice coming in this very vibrant, upbeat, happy, musical character. It's a lot of fun.
In the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright.
That line. You've got us feeling all right. Clearly, this is somebody who knows how to put a room into a certain mood by the way he's playing.
And you've got us feeling alright.
I like that clash
Now
there.
John at the bar is a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke or to light up your smoke, but there's some place that he'd rather be. He says, Bill, I believe this is killing me, as a smile ran away from his face. But I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place. Oh, la 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 di di da, la la di di da, da da. Now Paul is a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife, and he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy and probably will be for life.
Okay. This is giving me the feeling of a sort of folk ballad, but not a slow ballad, more a storytelling ballad. And it's partly the fact that it's verse after verse after verse, like a folk song would be, and you hear the story developing, and now this, now that, now this, some colorful details of the scene, the story. It could be the story of some historic battle somewhere. It could be the story of someone's life, or here it's the story of everyone in the bar and their appearance, their little bit of their who they are. But it's that real storytelling quality. And I've always kind of liked that type of folk song, folk ballad. Even the way this is paced, the feel, as I said, the movement, the buoyancy of it. That also is very reminiscent of this folk storytelling ballad type that I have in my mind, in my ear. And I guess the appeal must be, if not universal, quite broad, because these types of songs have existed for centuries. And here's one which, okay, Billy Joel wrote it and it's a huge success. A big piece of music. But isn't it amazing? And I say this many times on this channel, but I have to say it again. Sometimes, very often, not just sometimes, but very often, the best, most memorable, most relatable, most impactful piece of music doesn't have to be some grand symphony or some really complex or ornate piece of work. It can be something as simple as this. And that is because, it's not just because, well, if you want to be cynical, you could say, well, it's because everyone is a bit simple and we tend towards the things that are easy for us. But I don't think it's that at all. My thought is that we all have some musical fibers in us, some musical seed in our makeup. And whether it is highly developed or not is irrelevant. The fact is that it's a human thing to relate to music. And it's a human thing to feel music. And it's a human thing to want to respond to that music. And this kind of music makes it very easy for anyone to respond. Whether you want to sing along, I mean, it's a great melody. It's so, as I've said, it wants to get up and fly. It just picks you up and carries you. The pulse, the balance of it all, it's so comfortable. Not in a simplistic, dull sort of way, unimaginative sort of way. There's some great elements that are really imaginative in there and colorful and enliven the simplicity of it. For example, there's a section where he always puts a little bit of a dissonant note, and we feel the clash, and then we feel the chord progression move through that clash, and then we go on. And you don't have to be consciously aware of what's happening in the music to feel its effect, but those things all come together. And when you have a good voice that can just lead the singing, as this one can, you just want to get up and sing with it. It's a sort of melody. You might even be singing along in your car or to your kids or while you're working, and you might start putting your own story with it because it invites that kind of participation. And that's what I love about this kind of music. It invites participation. It encourages participation. It cultivates this musical fiber that is in each of us. And I find that an incredibly beautiful thing.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright.
That's the Clash. Here.
It's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday, and the manager gives me a smile, 'cause he knows that
Like
it's
that walking
me
bass
they've
up
been
the scale?
coming to see, to forget about life for a while. And the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer, and they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? Oh, la la la, di-di-da. La la, di-di-da, da-da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
This refrain also, there's something so incredibly joyful about it. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. It's even talking about singing and making music. Well, okay, everyone is saying to the piano man, sing us a song, sing us a song. But the way he sings this refrain, the way he sings it, he makes you want to start singing, doesn't he? Sing us a song, sing us a song. When he sings, sing us a song, it's as if it's an invitation to you to just start singing. It's so celebratory and life embracing. And putting that in the context of all these people at the pub who are there for various reasons. We have the old man sitting with his tonic and gin. We have John, who's a friend of his and gets his drinks for free. That's very nice. And he's got some wit and an easy, relatable style, but there's some place he'd rather be. You hear kind of just a hint of the backstory behind each character, and that it's not all as comfortable as perhaps it looks. Paul is a real estate novelist. Real estate novelist who never had time for a wife. Davy is still in the Navy and probably will be for life. All these characters, you can start to picture who they are. Well, of course, the song doesn't go into deep detail, leaves a lot to your imagination. You can decide how bitter or sweet or sad or beautiful or how much hardship or success each character carries with him, what mix you want it to be. Then there's the waitress practicing politics. The businessmen who are there to get stoned and forget all their business. The manager gives me a smile because he knows it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. Everybody wants to forget about life. Just relax and chill for a little bit. Putting that in the context of sing us a song and inviting all of us through the manner of that refrain, through the style and the delivery of that refrain, all of us to sing a song that is life embracing in its attitude and its quality. And, you know, we don't even get to hear much about the pianist himself. He doesn't tell about his own. But if you're playing piano in a pub, you might not have the easiest, most luxurious life. Maybe you do if it's a wealthy pub, you know, and you get lots of tips. But maybe you're just struggling along yourself and hoping to make enough to pay your rent for the next month. Who knows? This idea that it's so life-embracing. All of life. All of the characters. All of the people you meet. All of the people who come, you interact with. All of their situations. There is something to be celebrated about each one. Something to be embraced about each one. And something also to reach out and connect with, person to person. And all of that through this music. Sing us a song. Everybody sing this song and embrace the life you live. That's kind of the vibe, the quality, the message that comes through this incredibly simple storytelling folk style ballad. At least that's how it sounds to me.
The microphone smells like a beer, and they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? Oh, la la la, di-di-da. La la, di-di-da, da-da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
Take that mandolin.
Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you got us feeling alright.
Very nice. Very nice. It makes me want to get a crowd together and have everybody sing along all together and say, pull out your mandolin, pull out your guitar, pull out your harp, your piano, your harmonica, your accordion. I don't know if I have a drum set. I have a couple little things we could tap on, and everybody join your voice and sing. It makes me feel like that. And to be able to give that sort of vibrancy through music in a way that gets everybody else feeling the same and ready to go face life again. I think that's a beautiful thing. Well, this was my first official meeting with Billy Joel, and I guess there's more to the Piano Man than I realized. So probably I will be listening to him again in the future. I can understand why this song ended up in the National Recording Registry, because it does capture something artistically, culturally, even historically. It builds a picture of a time and a place. But more than that, it speaks to us. It speaks to us in a way that is, even so many decades later, in such a different world now, still something that we as humans respond to and connect to. And that's valuable. So it's a good thing that it's there. Billy Joel, Piano Man, that was a lot of fun. And let's see what comes next. I'll see you soon.